It's armed, yes. It's ready to work.
It's ready for the...
Yes. So this tells the pilot that the slides are armed. Clear? And this, yeah. And green tells that the door is not only closed, also locked. Because there are pins between in the door. There is a pin that comes out, which is engaged in the cutout of your door. And this pin, when you push a micro switch or a proximity switch inside, they say this door is closed and locked. But when this pin is not engaged, you take a very big risk during flight. So they say as long as this pin is not engaged, as long as there is no mechanical connection between the door and the structure, it remains in amber. Okay? It's not enough to close the door. You have to before the very deals. Okay? And indeed, slide comes on in white when the slide is armed. Now here we are dealing with an A320 where we have overwing escape slides. So these doors, let's say, hatches that you will find on the overwings, and these are always armed.
Always armed.
Yeah. While on the doors, you close the door, you bring it in, you close it, and then you bring your lever to arm. Okay? Comprenez?
J'ai pas bien compris la phrase.
Well, these slides which are on the overwings, they remain armed. These doors, the cabin doors, the ones that the aircraft is on ground, the perks of the chief of the cabin crew will say, disarm the slides. Next time if you take the aircraft, you will and what do? They bring all the doors here, the cabin forward and aft, they will disarm the slide. Otherwise when you open from inside, the slide will come out. This is not used. It's only used, these doors are only used when you have, if you have to escape. These doors are used for passengers and are used here for the catering. So they must be disarmed. Better, eh? I will tell you when you open a door here from outside, which is armed, when you open it from outside, this door goes to unarmed automatically. But if you open the door from inside and your slide is armed, it will come out. Depends. Yeah, so better not try that. That's always better. So this is your door page. Here, for example, you see this is your, we call it also door oxygen page, because you see oxygen, and this is the pressure of your bottle. And now you see something amber, and you say again this. When you see something amber, it's not okay. Before flight, your cargo door should be closed, your cabin door should be closed, and here you see also something in amber. So if you go here, see here this switch. What do you see here?
Then, flight control, check position.
So that's what we did here. First of all, your flaps, your speed brakes, and now if you go to the flight control page, you will see the rest. So I see my rudder. So now you see that you still have amber. Green, some appearing in green and some appearing in amber. And the reason is that your flight controls need hydraulic. We switched on the electrical power of the yellow system. We have pressure also on the green system by the PDU, but we don't have pressure on the blue system. You see? Here. And these ones, for example, these speed brakes, they cannot work because the blue system is not available. Okay? So it always has a reason.
It's normal.
Yes, just for
us.
For you it's normal. Yeah, if you have yellow and green, it's normal. Good. What you can see here, these are the neutral positions, you see. So this is your L1 in the neutral position, this is your rudder in the neutral position, this is your elevator. But if you switch off hydraulic power, for example, these ones, they will come down a little, and then you will see that they will go out of center. Good. But like you see now, it's okay. Good. These are the computers for your flight controls, and they are okay. Yeah. Next one.
Trouble report. Yes.
Yes. Check the trouble report. Yeah. You know how to do? Yes. You know where it is located?
Yes.
Okay. So read it first and see if there is something.
No problem.
Yeah, it can be.
I hope. You want the problem?
Cockpit light, correct. Ça c'est.
It's a check of the lights, that's what they ask for.
No, just as required.
As
That's
required.
what they ask. Ah, yeah, that's cool. So, couple cockpits. Ah, yeah, okay, that's cool. Nice. Good. Cockpit lights. Good. And then I see engine master switch both off. Good. You know that these switches are protected. If you want to change for position, you have to pull them up. Good. So it's there that you cannot do it by accident. Good. So they are both in off. These are your master switches. As long as they are in off, nothing can off. Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah. That's a normal position again. Yes, this is island.
And here, check down position.
Yeah, okay.
Trade readers.
Wipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is number 1, this is number 2, and this is number 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so it's a little bit, I think you can, here you can see.
yeah.
So this is their data number 1, their data number 2, their data number 3. Yeah. The reason is that they are located in the avionics like that. 1, 3, 2. That's the same idea that they use here.
Battery 1 and 2 check off.
Yeah. So are they off?
Battery. Off,
Yeah,
yes, okay.
Okay. So
I
this-
check.
Yeah.
Switch good.
So if the batteries are off, yeah, please listen. If the batteries are off, what you see here is battery voltage. If your batteries are on, maybe you don't read something clear. Please go to the electrical page. AC. This is your AC. What do you see? You see that your external power group is powering up the two main buses, AC bus 1 and 2. Clear? And what do you see more? You see battery number 1, and you see battery number 2 on the upper side. Do you see?
Yeah.
Right. And you don't see a green line between your aircraft system and the batteries. You agree with me? Please switch them on. Up. Yeah. See what happens.
Yes.
So what do you see now here? This voltage is not your battery voltage. It's the voltage that comes from your battery bus. From this one. Because your batteries are charging now.
Yes.
Okay? So if you want to be sure that what you see here is the real battery voltage, this is what you have to do. Yeah. Without switching them on. Yeah? Okay. So is the battery here voltage okay, yes or
Check
no?
above 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Check over. Above 25 volts. Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, now you can put it, it's not on, it's auto. And you know why? If your batteries are charged, there is no connection anymore. That's why they call it auto. So you can switch it on, please. We'll bring it in auto. There we go.
external power or abuse theft, as was right.
So at the moment we have external power and we are using external power. So is my group okay?
Yes, it's connected.
150 volts
Yes,
for
yes,
another.
okay.
That's perfect. And as you can see, the two green lines connecting left and right hand side. When these two buses are powered up, AC1 and AC2, all the rest will follow. Okay? Okay. Okay, yeah, so we will do the fire test and the EPU start. That's what.
I check is guarded,
Yeah, okay.
no light,
They ask you to do
normal.
the test already, okay,
And
but
I-
not started yet. Okay.
The script, the agent,
Yes, yeah. So
is guarded,
again,
closed.
when you compare it with Boeing, the test is very, very easy because you have one push button. When you push it in, it tests all. Like you said, the script.
Yeah.
You test the loops, those detectors, everything is checked. So if you push this, do you know what you have to see?
Ecam
Yes.
and the warning.
Master
shine.
warning.
Shine, yes. Repetitive shine. One
Ding,
single
ding, ding,
repetitive shine. It does not stop. Therefore, a red warning, the oral warning does not stop unless that you do something. This should come on. You should have also
ECAM information.
the ECAM message, which appears here, and the procedure of the pilot to apply. Clear?
Time to do.
Okay. So please go ahead.
Go ahead then.
Yeah. So EPU file, and this is what the pilot has to do in flight.
Push button.
Switch it
Push.
off. Here you should have these lights, telling you that your script is okay, that your loop is okay, and the attention getter switch are there. Clear?
Okay.
That seems to be okay. So this is a, if you compare it with other aircrafts, I can assure you this is a very easy test. Okay, it's clear for now. Would like to use VHF1 or VHF2 or VHF3 or blah blah blah. So here you do a selection for your microphone and for your head. Here you tell, I would like to use this or this system in this feed. Good. So here you are now selected for VHF1. This VHF1 frequency. What do you see? Yeah. But what do you see more on your panel? So that's VHF1, VHF2, and now you select VHF1. And something supplementary happens on your panel. Do you see it?
Green light.
Cell.
Right.
The green light is even here you have the green light. There's no difference. What is the difference?
Cell.
Cell. Comes out.
Select.
Yes.
So the idea is this. You should use on your panel the VHF1 selection. And you should use your panel the VHF2 selection. If you don't do, if you say, I want to change VHF1, you can. You can select VHF1 and you can change the frequency. There is no obstruction, there is no limitation. But since you are not following the normal procedure, which is VHF1 to VHF2, he will tell you, do you know what you are doing? And to him, to you, he will tell you, your colleague is using your VHF.
Yes.
Okay? You can do it. There is, like I said, there is no restriction. If you want to change VHF1, even when normally you should do it, you can do it. But they will tell you, they will tell you, or they will give you this light. It's a sort of advice, telling you, be careful because this is not a normal procedure. For you, it's maybe not that important for the pilots. Yeah? So if you go back to VHF1 and 2, do you know which is the best to use in ground for you? Which one, VHF1 or number 2 or number 3?
One.
No one? It's
Normally
correct, then?
Yeah.
Priority
Another-
pushing? I don't know.
Well, the main reason is if you have your fuselage,
Yeah.
you have VHF1 antenna here, VHF2 antenna there,
Ah,
VHF3
yeah.
antenna
Ah,
there.
yeah.
And VHF3 normally is not used for voice communication, it's used for
Receive.
something else.
Receiving.
No, it's for data communication.
Yeah,
Data,
So
Ah, yeah.
ACARS, yeah. Now, if you use number 2 then, you can have reflections of trucks and things around it. If you use VHF1, which is on the upper fuselage, no. So keep that in mind. Number 1, if you do the pushback, always use number 1. That's the best thing to do. Okay. And then of course here you have your transmission or reception.
Je sais pas choisir Hawaii.
Un small quel problème?
This is your reception. Yeah. Now this is the bit-
Please replace the lamp.
For speak
Yes,
is here.
yes. Already used it then.
Push here for speak with the dog focus.
Yeah. And this, you know that you have 3 interphones on the aircraft? 3 kinds of interphone.
Mechanic,
You
flight.
have your cabin interphone, you have your service interphone, you have your flight interphone. And this one is your flight interphone. So if you want to speak with your colleague,
Yes.
you should use flight interphone. Not cabin
I push
interphone.
and I talk.
And you can talk, yes. Yes. Okay. So you see, if you switch over from one to the other in transmission, the previous one is deselected. If you want to have more receptions at the same time, there is no restriction. But don't do that. Limit yourself to what you need. VHF1, VHF2, something else. Good. So here you see cell light, here, it should be off. You use VHF1, you use VHF2, and then you don't have the cell light coming on. You remember that light? Here, it's off. And then the frequency, so always change the frequency here, and then you activate it. Please select VHF1. Do a selection of VHF1, new frequency here, and see what happens on your side when he activates it. So now you have the same, 118.050. Now he is changing the frequency while you are both on VHF1. See what will happen here. And which one have you
Voilà. And active?
Yes, they're activated.
Yeah.
You see, you follow. It means if you change VHF1, you change it for yourself and for all the other users. And if you change VHF2, for example, you change it for everyone. Yeah? Okay. Okay, ACP, that's your audio control panel. That's what we just showed you. Interphone, not VHF. Normally with the tower you use VHF. Is your parking brake on? So, good. Then again, you can see it.
Have to check position.
Okay, we saw that. So this position should be the same as that one.
Let's make the check.
That's okay.
CB. Yes, I check. Ok.
Check, Captain.
That's okay. Il n'y a pas de bouton kiss.
Yes, Captain.
Captain,
It's
they're
okay, Captain. Le fly engineer say it's okay.
So you see that the circuit breakers, they have a color,
Yeah.
It's black or green.
Green.
If you put a green one, there will be an ECA message coming out. They are monitored, but not all of them. So the best way to do is check it yourself. See if they are open.
Ah, yeah.
Because some of the circuit breakers you will not know. If you put a circuit breaker, a green one there, he will tell you somewhere on that panel there is a circuit breaker pulled out. But it's only for the green ones, not for the black ones. You cannot see. So the best way is check it like that, in a visual way.
Click the panel. Then I check the panel.
So the only thing that you should see, remember, is this and this. Of course, now, no, what I mean, the fault light, when you see the fault light, it's okay for you. Don't worry.
This is normal.
Yeah, that's all normal. And this too.
And this normal, yeah. Still.
Okay, good.
You can press. Why?
Yeah,
We go press, yes.
Yeah, so if you push record, just do.
normal.
There is nothing
Normal.
good.
Status
So
normal.
record is there,
Yes,
and when you should have a problem, then you can record something.
You can generate quantity.
So that
Okay.
Pressure
you
not
can
okay.
withstand
Pressure is not okay.
temperature of wheels.
Pressure is not okay.
which pressure?
Hydraulic pressure is not okay.
2009, hè? Normaal.
Yeah, I'm asking that when you work with the PTU, it goes up and down. Yeah. But indeed, it should be normally it's 3000 psi. That's a normal pressure. Good. What do they say here? You should check the temperature of your brakes. And did you check the temperature of your brakes? Where can you see that? Yeah. So when it's 15, yeah. So it changes the number as well. If you have 300 degrees, So suppose that you have that. Can you do something? Yes or no?
Temperature,
Suppose
yeah.
that you have a parking brake or one of the brakes who has a
Maybe brakes fan and
Yeah.
yes.
So there you have a brake.
Yes.
You can push it in. So now all 4 brakes are full down. It's one switch. If one goes in over temperature, you will have an indication there. Please set the switch. You test please. You see hot. If one of the brakes is hot, this comes on. You push the push button, and the 4 fans will go on.
Ah, yeah.
If you don't have the brake fan, maybe.
But then you don't have the push button. It's an option. Then you don't have the push button.
Canada, Air Canada.
Ah ja, die hebben dat niet.
Il y a pas ça.
Ouais.
On fait pas.
On fait rien.
Il y a pas ça. Air Canada est complexe.
Ah oui,
Ah
si
ouais,
vous l'avez
donc
pas, il y a
Non,
il y a des...
ils ont pas.
Oui, il y a des ventilateurs qui sont utilisés par les techniciens pour refroidir.
Air conditioning.
On demande quand tu es au déco.
Ah, oui, oui.
Ça aide un peu à...
Alors là, ça dépend un peu le...
Oui, on va prendre du parking brake, check-on.
Le premier, c'est le plus simple.
C'est encore le ground ici.
Ici, ça doit être on, et un.
Voilà. Ah oui, temporary.
Ah oui,
Oui, non. Puis alors, sévère test, puis
ici aussi.
Ça doit être à côté.
ici. Et puis on doit attendre un...
Long.
Ah ouais. Voilà.
Comment, how do you know that your complete voice record is not okay?
I don't know.
So
Ding, ding, ding.
there are 4 channels. And the 4 channels are tested one after the other. If you hear the sound interrupted and then it comes back and interrupted, then it comes back, it means that at least one channel is not working normally. Good? So, or when you have no sound at all, of course, then you know that's not okay. But you can have a sound interrupted, coming back, interrupted, coming back. Then also your complete voice recorder is not okay. Okay. So we heard the low frequency signal to the good. Please see that one, the loudspeaker, the right and lower side. Yeah. Set it full. Do the test. Now bring it completely to off. Test. Is that big? Okay. Only one side works now, eh?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. Good. What is this? Parking brake, that's all the same. The same. Oh, ben, un autre avion.
Oui, il y a deux modèles.
C'est bien, mais tu nous dis
Il y a deux checklists. Ça, c'est les avions qu'on doit checker.
Ah oui, oui, ça dépend un peu de...
Ça dépend lequel on prend.
Si on voit l'avion, on va voir l'avion, le type d'avion, alors on suit la procédure.
Ok, un des deux.
Voilà.
Ok.
C'est un peu plus long.
C'est un peu plus compliqué. Bon.
Ah, hand mic, yeah, we can do that. So take your hand mic, know where it is located. Microphone.
À main.
Mais en même temps,
Tu dois faire en même temps le test.
Then you have to give a PTT and push the talk. Do you use maybe the hand mic?
Oui.
C'est the headset.
Non, tu dois pousser sur le test.
Ici, je pense. Ici, donc, à téléphone, je peux mettre sur un téléphone, je pense.
Ah oui.
Ça sera parfait.
Ok, c'est que
Ouais.
Il faut mettre sur le corps.
C'est Dieu. Tu fais des éclairs.
Ah oui,
Il faut voir si le simulateur s'il a cette configuration, ça peut donner s'il a celle-là.
Ik heb al met Kelly met de kop gezet trouwens, 2 trouwens. Ik heb 2 keer zo in gebouwd, ik zul hem wel wat even zien. Dus het idee is wat het moest.
good. So this is again exterior check. Access
Normally,
Non, ici, la aussi, l'extérieur light.
asking right, and we know as long as you're, yeah, beacon is the most important one. And then once you are fully in the aircraft, you can switch on your navigation lights. It's better not to do that during those brackets.
ATC auto. ATC auto.
Stand by, yeah. So the code here, normally what you can match
Maintenance
against.
panel, check for light mode.
This one is what they call the maintenance panel. So it's far away from the pilots and they are not allowed to touch it during flight. It's only for maintenance.
En als het al een pushback kan hier onthouden.
Okay.
Press video.
visual check.
Okay.
Before pushback. Seatbelt, adjust, seatbelt.
Bon, d'accord.
Captain.
Cockpit seat.
That's okay.
Just emergency procedure. Engine fire push button. In guard.
Yeah, that's in guard.
Speed and ditch light extinguish. Okay. Engine 1, 2, fire test perform. Check. Engine 1, 2, fire push button light illuminates.
Yeah.
Speed and dish light illuminates. Master wiring illuminates. Engine 1 fire warning and on ACAM.
Yeah.
CFC song. ACAM engine stage appears. Fire 1, 2 light illuminates. Okay. Up.
So keep it in. You know why you have two tabs here?
Okay.
The CPU you have only one like this.
Ah, yes.
Then you have two of them because your engine has two fire buttons. This one has only one fire button. That's the reason why you have to check two of these indicators. Yeah, there's a
Ouais, deux. Okay. Father ground power on. C'est là, non?
Le one?
Yeah, this and this. Because again, the pilot will not do that. No, your pilot will not do that.
Voilà. Alors,
So now go to the second, to the engine page on your
Engine
lower
page.
display, and everything should be there.
ok. Et alors, on check. Blablabla. Check control panel engine. Okay, check all engine parameters for logical indication and sufficient only quantity. C'est bon.
So check that your parameters are in green. That's the best indication you can have.
It's okay,
Yeah,
20
that's-
is normal.
So this is normal because your engine is not yet running. So the pressure of your oil is zero. Yeah, no, this is the temperature which is measured between your engine and the coolants. Yeah. That's okay. It's more than okay.
Good.
It's nozzle air temperature.
Select ACAM door, oxyfied, page appear, check all those doors.
And so push again your engine. Yeah,
Yes.
there. Yeah.
Good. Fairly ground power off. Both.
Okay. Thank you.
Voilà.
We are.
ATC clearance obtained. Thrust levers, idle reverse tow. Okay. Beacon on. Fuel pumps on. Yes.
Still on.
Tick, 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 tick.
If you want to
Easy.
see, you can go to the fuel page again and see that normally 4 pumps should run.
Fuel page.
Good. So the center pumps are not running because it's empty. Yeah. Okay. Go back to your.
Alors, flaps should wet. Hell yeah. Control intro.
Yeah, so talk with your colleague downstairs. There are no foreign objects.
There.
There will be.
Je commence, moi je fais la engine start.
Yes. So if both engines are running and they are stabilized, when the parameters are stabilized, you should bring this one back to normal. Clear?
Okay. ACAM engine appears. Check all indication normal and all parameters for logical indication. Okay. Check air pressure.
34 is more than enough. You know.
Okay. Ground clearance obtained. Okay. Engine master switch on.
Be careful now,
What?
if you bring it on, please speed first what you have to see on your screen.
On
sir.
est parti?
Attends,
No, no,
d'abord
first wait.
First.
D'abord, il faut lire ce que...
Ce qui va se passer.
ce qui va se-
Donc start valve in line. Air pressure
Show me the start valve,
above
please.
25 psi.
No. The start valve.
Start valve.
This is your start valve, yeah.
Air pressure above 25 psi. Okay.
That's more than okay. Minimum.
And to increase. N2 increase.
So N2 is one of the main parameters. You will find it on the upper display. If you go to the upper display, you see N1, you see EGT, and you see N2. Yeah.
Oil pressure increase.
See,
No,
so
no.
this one should come up. So in your engine run up, it should go out of the red area.
Alors, at N2, ouais, 50% active initial indication.
Yeah, so here I see ignition, but I don't see anything else. There will be A or B. You have two igniters, and they change over each time that you start an engine. The other one is used. So you should see or A or B. Okay?
At N2, 22% fuel flow. Start.
Fuel flow is on the upper display. Do you see it below N2? There you see fuel flow.
Fuel flow.
So the upper display N1, EGT, N2, FF. And FF stands for
yes.
fuel flow.
Okay.
Full flow.
Start chrono. Within 15 seconds, EGT increase. At N2, 30%. N1 increase.
Yes.
At N2, 50%. Start valve cross line.
And like it is shown now.
Initial indication disappear. Ça.
So at 50% your starter valve will close and your ignition will be inhibited.
Oil pressure green.
Yeah. That's when your engine is running, of course.
AGT peak note.
Peak, so take note of the highest temperature that you had during the start. I think you're ready. You're ready now.
Then I start.
Yeah. So monitor your two displays. See that there is nothing going out of tolerance. Yeah. Please do. Please do.
Voilà.
So first of all, you should see your starter valve going open. Yeah. So you have a short drop of your bleed pressure, but it comes back. Ignition B is used. See? B just above the starter valve.
15 seconds.
And now at 50%,
50%.
starter valve
Start
should
valve
close.
close line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ignition is shut.
Là, ça.
C'est la génératrice.
Génératrice qui est passée.
Right. So let's stabilize your engine number one a little bit and then do the same for the opposite engine. Okay, Jerry, you can go. So starter valve open. Yeah. Ignition B comes on. And one increases, and two increases. EGT comes up. And your fuel flow is also coming up. You see at 400. And here it's slow. This is still in starting phase, using a lot of fuel.
Et maintenant, ça diminue.
Yes. Maintenant ça descend. Starter valve closed. Okay. That's it.
Tu peux couper ton chrono.
Okay. Well done.
Ça, c'est quoi, appuyer sur le rouge ou...
Non, ça c'est dans le cas que ton avion vole sur les moteurs en automatique, autotrust, et on veut le déconnecter en plus celui-là.
Ah ouais.
C'est pour dire que je reprends manuellement. Ouais. Normalement, aussi bien le moteur que les commandes de vol sont contrôlées automatiques. Si tu veux, tu peux toujours le déconnecter.
Bon,
Donc là, si tu veux passer celui-là, déconnecter l'autopilote. Ici, vous déconnectez l'autotroton qui est là pour tout. Bon, on va faire un petit tour. On va s'engager en piste.
Au bout de la ligne.
Là-bas.
Et quelque part, là, on va prendre un virage. Est-ce que tu sais comment...
On va expliquer.
Non, il faut pas... Non, j'utilise pas celui-là. On utilise celui-là. Ouais.
Et alors?
Tourne une fois. Non, ton nez est en train de tourner. Vous le sentez, hein? Il faut faire un peu attention, c'est un peu comme une femme, il faut le traiter assez vite. Oui, quand même.
Donc, tout doucement. Bon, ça va.
En plus, il y a les pédales.
Ouais.
Si tu bouges les pédales, pas comme ça parce que ça sont les freins, mais comme ça, on utilise le rudder qui est à
Mais
l'arrière.
alors, lui, tu dois rien toucher.
Non,
C'est moi
non.
qui pilote.
En fait,
Enfin, c'est moi qui.
tu devrais mettre tes pieds là-dessus.
Ah ouais.
Ok.
Bon,
Allez.
alors, j'avance.
Je pense que d'abord,
Ah, faut lâcher le frein, ouais. Eh, mais alors, à ce moment-là,
tu peux garder tes pieds dessus, mais pas pousser comme ça. Si tu le bouges comme ça, tu peux corriger ton avion un peu. Mais si tu pousses comme ça, tu appuies le frein. Et c'est pas ce qu'on veut.
bon, j'y vais.
Avant, on va quand même, il faut voir sur le livre si tout est bon pour le freinage. Tout est parti. Ça veut dire
On peut y aller.
on peut y aller. Hein. On se remet sur le...
Avec ça,
Ok, avec ça.
et alors, il faut les deux.
Oui, les deux en même temps. Hein. Tout doucement, hein, parce que sinon on va avoir un alarme.
On va décoller.
Pas trop, essaie de faire ça. Ce qu'on sent, ce sont les lumières ici. On touche avec le frein de nez.
Ah ouais.
Ça fait... Ça se bonbon, hein. Vas-y, un tout petit peu plus, pas trop.
Ouais, ça va vite, hein. Ben, je
Oui,
veux dire,
oui. Faut traiter...
Comme une femme.
Oui, presque comme une femme. Vous voyez les traces ici, ce sont les traces d'atterrissage. Maintenant, peut-être je mets ça sur idle et applique les freins avec les pédales, tout doucement. Et arrête ton avion complètement.
Les deux pieds en même temps.
Dans idle, oui. Les deux pieds en même temps, oui. Sinon, on va d'un côté à l'autre. Voilà.
Sur les sacs.
Chérie qui prend.
Oui.
Tu mets tes pieds sur le pédestal.
il faut pas avoir le mal de mer.
Une fois qu'on est parti, tu reviens un peu avec les trois là. Ça c'est... Ok, parfait. Tu peux utiliser tes pédales aussi un petit peu. Ok, c'est bon. La même chose, tu diminues, tu te mets en idle, tout doucement tu appliques les freins. Vas-y. Quand tu l'as appliqué d'un côté seulement.
C'est bon.
Ouais.
Je dois avoir le mal de mer, je vais avec ça.
C'est pas. Ouais.
C'est pas tout droit, non.
Attends un peu.
C'est pas facile, hein, avec le...
Non, mais. J'ai freiné, hein.
Eh, tu m'as rendu malade, toi.
Non, mais j'ai freiné, mais ça.
Un peu trop.
Ouais.
Tu m'as rendu malade, hein.
C'est comme un. C'est comme un. T'as l'impression de mourir.
Relax.
C'est en même temps.
Allez.
Bon,
Je vais te
la
dire...
première sortie à
Oui,
droite.
mais c'est pas une voiture, ça veut dire que il y a pas mal d'espace derrière toi. Tu dois être assez loin dans le taxiway avant que tu prends la courbe.
Ah ouais.
Et la meilleure référence, c'est la ligne du taxiway que tu dois voir à cet endroit.
Ouais, et à ce moment-là, je tourne.
Et à ce moment-là, tu commences à tourner.
Il y a un peu de là-bas, je peux bien faire ici. Tu peux pas rouler le petit peu, on peut se le mettre dedans.
Et là, on peut le mettre en normal, hein, parce qu'on a un page. Maintenant, on a le frein. Maintenant, tu continues jusqu'au moment que tu vois la ligne jaune de taxiway
quel parking?
210.
Gate,
Ouais.
ça va. Tu vois, là, tu pousses le frein, mets ton frein en main, quand tu es tout à fait à l'arrière. Et il va faire on va prendre une course.
Tout par la gauche.
Oui, mais on va prendre le deuxième là. Ok, fermé.
Rex on.
Ok. Ici, il faut faire attention parce que quand l'avion bouge encore et tu le mets en ordre, ça applique le frein.
Ouais, direct.
Ça veut dire que celui-là, on l'utilise que quand l'avion est
Mais on...
la vitesse
À l'arrière,
de
d'accord.
zéro. Voilà.
Bon, ne le rends pas malade, toi.
Fermé. Ok. Petit peu de guerre. Et tu peux prendre celui à gauche, tu sais. Et de nouveau, tu attends jusqu'au moment que tu vois la ligne du côté gauche. Encore. Maintenant, tout doucement. Ok, alors, à gauche. Ça va.
Si je prends bien en sortant, je sais pourquoi.
Mets ton frein à main. Mets ton frein à main. Maintenant, tout est fait à main. Et on va demander à nos deux collègues comment
Please replace the lamp
Mais plus par
filter.
ici, hein.
You understand our message. Please replace the lamp filter.
Pas encore.
Gezegd met
Oui, ok, ça va. Très bon. Merci, messieurs.
Ja, meneer. Please
Ah, ja.
meneer in het rood, please replace the
It was my fault. Didn't check it. It's okay for engine run up, it's okay. It's flaps which were not in the same position. It will come okay, you know, once you have hydraulic pressure to remove it. See, now it's okay. Stabilized we can go, eh?
Yeah.
Do you sit comfortable? Legs are
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, yes. Good idea. Take what you see here. There's a pressure of your thumb. On this you can do it with your pedals, you know. To go into a curve, therefore of course you need your steering.
Zo.
So please come back here now. Release back to idle. Push gently your brakes until you're completely stopped. And then bring your parking brake on. And then our colleague will do the same. Perfect. Now it's your turn. You keep your feet up the pedals. Okay, there we go. So you bring it until your aircraft moves and you come back a little bit. And you stay with your steering wheel. Okay. There we go.
Allez Jean-François, vas-y, on va y arriver. Oh.
That's right. you will go to the first
First,
taxiway, then take turn to the right. Not get your parking there. There you go. Sometimes these pilots are cowboys, so they're some of them. Push pedals, brakes a little bit, and then go channel 2. It's very good.
Maar kom maar dan, man. Handenbosch.
Dat is goed gedaan, hè. Dus nu hier ook stoppen en dan laten we Jean-François nog iets gaan. Dus stopt hier nog, brengt u trokkels naar rijden. Zet de pedalen van u beginnen. En wanneer je volledig stilstaat, zet de achter. That's your turn. Let's go.
Vas-y Jean.
First
Je
of
vais
all,
mettre
the
de ce
parking
direction
brakes
comme ça.
And then again, so wait a little bit until you cross the yellow line before you go to the right.
Il y a un peu de poussée sur le rider.
Oui, oui, un tout petit peu. Oui.
Ici à gauche, t'as combien?
Ici, oui, mais pas encore. Hein. First to the left. Now you can go. That's perfect. That's well done. More to the left. Okay.
Sur la gauche.
It's okay. It's okay. And in fact, this time it's almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Un petit sourire. Hein.
Okay. So now we should